Whew. I live in Wisconsin. It's not supposed to be this hot. Hey guys, Kurt the Car Guy coming back at you again today. And I got a video on LapHonda for you today. And let's just say I think I've officially lost my freaking mind. But come along with me and you'll see what I mean. So, this is our starting point right here. Oh my god. Spaghetti. This is gonna be fun. And then back here, oh, more spaghetti. This is gonna be fun. God, what the heck was I even thinking when I ran these things? Jeebus. Alright, well either way, let's get this figured out. So my whole goal that I was going for here was that big Hallinger speaker that you see in the back there is originally what I was trying to put in this god-awful piece of Japanese, well, I'm sorry, better than American-built piece of crap. But yeah, so I started off, well, let's go around to the driver's side, then I'll show you. So I figured let's start our journey down here. So if you can see right over here, I got a ground wire with an eyelet on there hooked to that nut that holds the brake master, or I'm sorry, the brake booster in on the other side. And then I got this guy right here. Now you might be asking yourself, what the heck is that? That is the leg off a mini fuse, soldered and heat shrunk. Alright, sorry about that before we were so rudely interrupted by that goddamn thing. God, I hate when that thing goes off. But anyway, sorry about that. Anyways, that right up here is a mini fuse leg soldered on to this wire here with a piece of heat shrink tubing over it, and for a little extra I put some liquid electrical tape in there before I shrunk it down with a 10 amp regular fuse in that running, and then both pairs of wire, the pair of wires running underneath the floor mat here. If my arthritic knees will let me up, underneath the seat, and then they come up to this here battery right here. And then I already, obviously, you could tell that this is good because that out of my chicken scratches on there, it's good enough for our purposes. And then out of here, I have a power and a ground wire coming up to my little power inverter here. So, my theory, as of right now, and what I've been told by people who are much smarter than I am, obviously, I'm no expert because I'm making videos and putting them on YouTube. But I try to have as much useless knowledge as I can. Apparently what I'm experiencing is a problem called a floating ground in this car. Basically, when I try to use the power inverter along with the amp, it basically grounds out the audio system in the car and doesn't allow the speakers to work, because it literally shuts off every speaker in the car when I plug in the wires in the back that you saw there. So we're gonna do a rehash here, and if I'm correct in what I'm doing, I think this is gonna work just fine. So follow along with me and we'll do this together. So first things first, seat forward, and then that big guy's coming out. Wow, you can fit at least 2, 3, maybe even 4 cases back there now. But I don't drink, so that ain't for us, even though we're way up here in the north. But anyways, back to it. So, got the big speaker out of the back. You will no longer be needed, but we are going to need you, Mr. Shorewood. Alright, so this here is a Shorewood DC power amplifier, even though it runs on AC, obviously, because it's got a wall gas plug on it. But I could be completely wrong in this, but the other amp, as you can see, is a 3-prong. This is only a 2. Will this still ground out? But I'm not using this speaker. Instead, we're gonna use this guy sitting in the back already because this one's already wired up for the most part. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get these RCAs back into the trunk, and then I gotta look at the diagram. We'll get those hooked back in, and then we'll get the amp hooked up and then run its associated power connector to the inverter, and then we'll give it a test. And just fair warning right now, due to YouTube copyright reasons, I will not be showing the actual test, but I will be perfectly honest and letting you guys know if it works. So let's go ahead and get started on this, shall we? And on that note, we're going to take a quick pause from the video right now. Man, I gotta tell you, being a type 1 diabetic in this heat is dang near unbearable. Plus, I got some BKs calling my name. Bacon, kale, well, probably BKCs today. BKCs? Yeah, that sounds good. BKCs today. Bacon, kale, and cheese sandwich calling my name. Sounds pretty delectable. Might smear some mayonnaise on there too, make it even healthier. Not. But we'll be back right after our intermission. Alright, so I got some updates on the situation now, so I guess I'll spin the camera around here and I'll give you the update. But man, let me tell you, if you guys are out there in the heat this week, make sure you hydrate, alright? The heat index up here in Wisconsin alone is 110 plus for like the next 3 days, so be careful out there, please. So anyways, I got the sub back here real quick just to test out some stuff. And what I found is this jack that goes up to the right-hand speaker is dead for some reason. Who could have thought that? So I guess that one connector is junk, but we're only going to be running one channel anyways, so we're just going to use the left-hand side. So now, the next step is to get that amp in the trunk, but after a well-deserved water break. Alright guys, well, I'm going to show you the results here real quick. So up here on the front, we got 14.3. Power inverter is on. And we got the Shorewood amp running back here. You can see she's on, barely, but trust me, it kicks. So I think that's gonna be a wrap for this video. I'm just gonna go ahead and get everything buttoned up to where it's not gonna move around now. And then I think we're gonna call this a win. So super amp install. Win! I might throw in one more clip at the end just of everything installed, but anyways, I just want to thank you guys for sticking around for the video this long, and thanks for listening to me babble. But yeah, so more experimentation and butchery from Kurt the Car Guy. You guys know where to find it, right here on YouTube. But I want to say I love every one of you guys. Hope you all have a great time, and remember, go out there and fix your junk, alright?